You're all gonna hate this, but I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, I shall see you guys next time. Ew. What? Why that? You could have given me like anything, like a Xingqiu. Obviously, I'm recording this at the end of the last episode, so I don't know if the rules on this account are changing, and if they're not, that sucks. I think I know our new rule set. I wanted to give the last video on this series a little bit of time so everyone could leave their opinions in the comments, and also I wanted to take my time to really think about what I want to do. First things first, though, I did gather enough Hydroculus to finally max out our stamina on this account. I think that was a little overdue. I did also get the monthly wish reset, but I can't quite afford all of these, though we will be doing some more pulls, so that's okay. And also, Lan Yan became our friend. But now, with regards to the new rule set, one suggestion that I saw tossed around was to pull until we get a 5-star. And while that could be kind of a fun idea, because then when we see a 5-star, we're actually disappointed, that would be roughly 70 pulls per banner, so 140 pulls per patch, meaning about 22,000 primo gems. And that is just not going to be feasible. Another suggestion was doing a certain number of quests or an Archon quest, and that gives us a 10 pull. Again, it's not a bad idea, but it would just result in me doing a ton of extra quests pretty much entirely off camera, and so it would just create a lot more work for me that takes a lot longer and also adds nothing to the video besides more pulls. There were a bunch of other suggestions as well, but let's just get into what the new rule set's gonna be. Every time that there's a new banner, we will do a 10 pull on the character rate up banner as well as a 10 pull on the weapon banner, so the same way that it is right now. However, we can earn additional pulls by clearing floors 9, 10, and 11 in the Spiral Abyss with a perfect 9 stars each. So we can earn an additional 30 pulls from the Spiral Abyss, but that's not all. For you see, additional pulls can even be earned from the Imaginarium Theater. If we beat it on at least hard difficulty, because that way the enemies are all level 90, for each boss we are able to defeat in there, we will gain an additional 10 pull that we can spend wherever we want. Now, unfortunately, right now, this account is not able to take on the Imaginarium Theater, perhaps on the lowest difficulty we could, but for hard difficulty, you need 16 characters at level 70. We have 14 characters at level 70 or higher. However, there's always an element requirement, so we still don't have nearly enough. But this will incentivize us to potentially build even more characters, that way we can actually clear the Imaginarium Theater. But I do have a question for you all. Should I make it a requirement that we have to get all the Stellas in order for it to count towards getting extra pulls? Or should we only care about actually beating the bosses? I will leave that up to all of you. Whatever you want to see, I'll do it. But I also don't want it to be too easy to get extra pulls. Based on the research I did and what you guys were saying, it sounds like on average, free-to-play players can get around 50 pulls per patch, but you have to keep in mind we pull 2 times per patch. So I feel like this new rule set can make it so that we don't instantly burn through all of our primos. However, it does allow us to get some additional pulls in, and over time, it will allow us to do even more pulls. Not to mention, it does give us something else to work towards, in that now we are going to be aiming to also do Imaginarium Theater. And then additionally, it does still make it kind of a challenge for us to get more wishes, so we actually have to earn them. And I know I did clear some of this abyss already. It hasn't quite reset yet, but I figure since we're doing a rule change, I might as well go through and do this. As we just saw, I cleared floor 9 with no problem, so that's an additional 10 pulls. And now we move on to floor 10, which I think we did clear perfectly last time anyways, but in the spirit of the new rule set, let's see if we can do it again. Also, just to be clear, it doesn't mean that anytime the Spiral Abyss resets, I can just go in and get extra pulls. It is only going to apply when there's a new banner, which also makes me like kind of wonder, should I make it so that I only get 1 attempt? Because inevitably, sometimes we will end up doing the same Spiral Abyss that we've already done. Maybe on that second banner, I would have made progress that allows me to just inch out a little bit further and thus secure an additional 10 pull. So I suppose once again, that'll be up to you guys. But I think I would regret it later if I made it so that I could pull a ton right now. Like, just because this banner is so good, I don't think I should make it where I could just pull non-stop. But here is our 3-star clear of floor 10, or technically 9-star clear, but I never hear anyone refer to it as a 9-star clear. I highly doubt I will be able to clear floor 11, especially not perfectly, but I'll give it a good attempt. That is not the button I wanted to press. Please get away from the monolith. Nope, he is not listening. Wait, don't hit it. Don't hit it. No. All right, there should be one more batch of these. We just want to make sure that we get their attention, which did not seem to happen. And now we just save our bursts. Second half, we have this guy, which I think we can lead away from the monolith. Oh, no, it's attacking the monolith. They have no interest in me today. Maybe our standard banner pulls will give us a Gaming C1. That'd be really good. Oh, All right, well, that didn't go well. I think just from how long it's taking me to clear these on a monolith level, we can assume I'm not going to clear this. The last time that I came into this abyss, we cleared floor 6. Oh, wow, we just couldn't clear the last chamber. I guess we'll see how the wishes go and whether or not I desperately want to get back in there. But at the same time, I'm not sure if I should only allow one attempt, in which case we would be done. But we do get our 1 free 10 pull on the weapon banner that we didn't claim yet. I don't know which of these I should pick in here, which is basically only applicable if we get 2 5-stars in the same pull. Actually, I think I'm going for this. I do like sacrificial on Lan Yan, but if I somehow got that for Lan Yan, that could be pretty nice. So our 1 free 10 pull on the weapon banner is sadly not gold. I always forget to look at the 4-star weapons on the weapon banner. We got another Favonius Warbow. Any double 4-stars? Maybe, maybe not. Definitely not. How many of this bow are they gonna give me? I mean, on the bright side, it is a decent weapon. Oh, but now here's something to consider. We have 2 10 pulls that we could spend wherever we want. If I can somehow get the Xingqiu in 1 10 pull, we're currently at 62 pity on the weapon banner, which is very close to soft pity. So if I were to do another 10 pull on there, there's a chance we could see a 5-star weapon. Is it worth doing that over potentially a Xingqiu or constellations? Maybe not. Though speaking of constellations, here is a C1 for our Lynette. Though if I don't get Xingqiu on this first 10 pull, I think we just have to spend the second here. Well, let's see. Our 10 pull on here. We have 1 left after this. Show me a blue boy. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. And we get Sethos too? Ooh, you want to give me Fischl to make it the trifecta? I mean, that's insanely greedy, but like, you could. No, I'm happy with that though. So, Sethos. So it's C2. Just like I said, they gave me Sethos 2. We might actually have to seriously start investing into him now. And Lynette gets her C1. And Xingqiu is Xingqiu. I think Xingqiu C2 is the one that I want most because it extends the burst by 3 more seconds. Obviously, it does more than just that. But to me, extra burst time is just a comfier playstyle. Like I said last time though, he instantly gets our sacrificial sword. And now I have to make a choice. Do I pull on this banner with my last 10 pull, potentially getting Xingqiu C1 or official C1, or do I pull on the weapon banner, which has a pretty decent chance of being a 5-star? Of course, it could be a different 5-star. Oh, that's a tough choice. Now, obviously, I could say, oh, official C1 isn't anything that crazy, but obviously we have to get C1 in order to get to the later constellations. I'm trying to metagame this so hard. In this second half of 5.8, Mualani's coming back alongside Chaska. And between both of their signature weapons, Mualani's isn't really great for anyone except for her, but Chaska's weapon could be okay for a damage dealer bow user that does charged attacks, and ideally on an animo one, meaning kind of the only character that I would put it on is a DPS Farazan, which is a fun thing. I've done it before on my main account, but if I don't pull on this weapon banner, then that means next time I'm going to get the 5-star. But if I get this right now, I don't really know what to do with it. So either way, there's a 5-star weapon I do want and I don't want. You guys do not want to know how long I've been sitting here contemplating this, but based off the math, if I pull in here, because we got 2 on-banner characters, I have a 50% chance to get one of these characters again if I do a 10 pull. However, based on our pity on the weapon banner, I have about a 63% chance to get a 5-star on here. So numerically, you could argue that it's better to go on weapon banner because then I have a 63%, like a higher percent chance of getting something that I want. But what if I get the wrong weapon? It's kind of like a 50% chance on top of the already 63% chance, but then if I go on this banner, I have a 50% chance to get something that I want, but I really want it to be official or Xingqiu, so it's like a 66% chance on top of the 50% chance, so they're kind of like exactly the Okay, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna come in here, I'm going to grab the rest of our acquaintates. I then pull with them, and I get a Xingqiu on the standard banner. This is what's gonna happen. It is the reality that we live in, if we refer to reality as a delusion, because that's apparently the only place that I'll be getting that. The thing is, next month, Xingqiu comes into this shop. That will get me to C1. If I could snag another Xingqiu right now, that gets us to C2. But regardless of my choice, there's a huge chance for immense disappointment right now. So I think this is what it comes down to. This is a fantastic banner, but because we're doing a 10 pull on both the rate up banner for the character and the weapon each time there's a new banner, that means next banner we'd be getting a 5-star off of it, and I don't really want those as much. So even though we might get the weapon we don't want here, I think next time it's kind of 2 weapons that I don't really want. And for that reason, I think I'm gonna risk it, which is why I'm out front of Seat Lolly's house. If we get unlucky and we don't even see a 5-star, that is worst case scenario. But let's send it. And we do see the gold. Okay, it is a 50% chance. I'm too scared to click. Oh, hey, I mean, we got a 4-star character as well. I can't really say it's one that I plan on using anytime soon, but at the very least, we technically got something usable. Come on. Yes. Okay, good. We at least got a 5-star weapon that we can use on this account. Oh, and we got the sacrificial greatsword. There is a small part of me really hoping I get a Xingqiu in here as well, but that is about as best as I could hope for. Barbara, you have served us well up until this point, but it is time for Xingqiu to take over. I think ideally I would go Emblem of Severed Fates. It gives us EM and extra damage, and somehow I do have a couple of spare pieces. Ooh, hydro damage. Probably gonna need crit right here, but you can have that for now to complete the set. And then energy recharge for the sands. Oh my gosh, that's a really bad piece. This one. So all level 0 artifacts and almost 200% energy recharge. Not too bad. Oh, and that was actually Mika's C1. This is kind of funny. It kills me inside a little bit. 2 episodes ago, we built the lost part of the Sacred Winds most of the way. And then last episode, we were like, oh no, we need to work on sacrificial. And now another catalyst has joined the fray. I'm not entirely sure how much better it is than sacrificial because it gives us another use of the skill sometimes. But like I said, compared to the 5-star weapons that we could get on the next banner, I think this was the better option. Of course, if I had gotten the polearm, I probably wouldn't be saying that. I can't farm for its materials until tomorrow, but I can at least start getting some of the mob drops, as I don't think we have ever farmed YOBs on this account. All right, question kind of rhetorically to myself, why do I not just leave her on sacrificial until the other weapon is leveled up? Also, ignore that Xingqiu's already dead. He was just tired from the long journey to get on this account. So I told him, you know what, take a nap. You deserve it. And that reminds me, I should probably level him up. Oh, yeah, I don't have too many of these, but we can get him to level 50. Oh, I have to fight Oceanid. Although I guess with Fischl and Aurora, it shouldn't be too bad. I could even throw Beto on the team. Ooh, how did I forget this? We get more Quaint Fates. You know, maybe it's a good thing that I always forget that because then it's like a nice little surprise. And for Oceanid, let's do this. Oh, also, you need to swap this back to sacrificial. In theory, this should be an easy fight. It's just kind of sad that you can't nuke down this boss. You kind of have to just wait around. You know, a healer would have been smart to bring. Or at least that's what I would say if I actually needed one. But I'm clearly skilled enough where that's not necessary. You did not see that. Or that. Oh. Well, that's just not very nice. If I stayed on the platforms, I was gonna die. If I tried to jump in the water, which is what I did, I still died. Super easy fight. Okay, Arbor, I'm so sorry for removing you from the team. We should be good now. I'll actually be smart and use Lan Yan's skill to generate a shield. And we also have the heals if we need them. Yeah, all right, that went a lot smoother. I don't know what the heck I was doing the first time. Xingqiu, become ascended again. And leveled to level 60. I'm already out of silk flowers. Maybe I'll take a little trip to one of my other worlds because I can get the necessary boss drops right now. There are the necessary boss drops. Now I'll just need some more silk flowers. And I mean, I can get 3 of them from the trial. Might as well do that. Oh, and I'm doing this because I hate farming these. Getting 3 of them for free is saving me like 15 minutes. Maybe a slight exaggeration, but I don't think it's that much of one. Like I said earlier, I wouldn't mind investing in the Sethros on our account. It's just that we need another Dendro character. If I could somehow get a Yao Yao on here, that would be so nice. All right, so it is now the next day. It appears that all of the underwater ores have respawned. But earlier this morning, I did log on to this account and I got quite a bit done. For instance, I joined 2 of my other worlds and I gathered enough of the silk flowers to ascend Xingqiu again. And we should have enough to actually ascend him twice. Obviously, we just don't have enough of the boss drops right now. But I will get him to level 70. Then I also did some of this event. I wanted to get it to the point where we could actually do the event without having to just sit through dialogue. So that is taken care of. And our teapot is now level 6 as well. Oh, and I did go ahead and I farmed up more of these drops. I feel like I might have done something else as well, but I have a terrible memory. And you would think maybe I would just write this stuff down, but I'll be honest, I forgot to write it down. I am glad that Xingqiu's talent domain is not open today because the one for this weapon is. So after I finish collecting up all these ores, I'm probably gonna go farm that. So I shall see you in, well, like 2 seconds. It is weapon ascension material farming time. It would also probably speed up our time slot if I actually could level up Xingqiu's talents. So what do we currently have? Next to nothing. But I'll level the burst. Probably 2 times. I was 1 more than I was expecting. Then as for the Star Caller's Watch, how far can we bring it? Level 50, level 60, level 68, and I'm at a weapon XP. But it is at a point where I can use it. Ooh, I decided to try to power up one of Xingqiu's artifacts, and I was hoping for crit rate, but I didn't actually expect that we'd get it. Yep, that's more in line with what I'd expect. Maybe this will give me enough to level up that weapon. Oh, what is that? Do you see how close that is? Okay, what about this? This is not a weapon. This one is surely a weapon. It is Apprentice's Notes. That's gotta be enough. Yes, okay, thank goodness. Then we are just barely able to ascend it again. As long as we get 3 drops, 2 of the 4 times that I can fight this, we will have enough to ascend Xingqiu again. Takedown number 1 yields us 3 drops and a double crit artifact. Somehow, I already forget which number takedown this is. The fights are just so long and there's no way to speed it up. I think that was takedown number 3 and we did get 3 of the drops, which is good because now we only need 2 more drops and that is guaranteed. You know what I just realized? It's kind of unfortunate. Lan Yan's now using a brand new 5-star weapon, yet all of her animations don't actually show her using that weapon. It only appears when she's no longer attacking and then it goes behind her. But I guess I can look past it because she does have some fun normal attack animations. And now, Xingqiu can be ascended for the second to last time. And we'll bring him up to level 80, because why not? I suppose that now means it is time to work on this event. And first up is this one, which I would hate to do on anything other than PC. The beauty of this is I can get all of the rewards, because obviously I don't actually have to fight anything. Though to be fair, I wouldn't really mind fighting stuff right now, as even though Xingqiu's talents are not leveled nearly at all, I still kind of want to test out our team. I mean, I guess I could just go into the Spiral Abyss again. This reminds me so much of the old days of Overwatch, because I used to love just sitting back playing as a sniper. Though to be fair, I think most people probably did. And sadly, this part of the event is already done. Wait a minute, is this one co-op? Oh, it is. Now, is this teamwork or is this like against each other? Something tells me this is against... No, we're all together. Maybe? Yeah, I think this is cooperative. Okay, that's so much better. I really did not feel like playing Splatoon against other people. I did kind of skim the rules before coming in here. Is it literally just keep painting stuff, then paint the box in the middle? Because it seems like that's what you do. I will say, sometimes this little guy can be a bit annoying to control. I finished all 4 and I'm so close to maxing out my score on here, which means I have to do it again. Also, this game keeps gaslighting me because look, this needs to be blue, but it says it has to be painted red unless I am insanely colorblind. So that gives us everything that we need from this part. I'm slightly confused by this guy, because what do you mean they painted on abs? Something ain't adding up here. I accidentally knocked the box off. I'm hoping I can somehow still get in there. Fine, I'll restart. You've gotta be kidding. Fantastic. Come on. That's another part of the event done. And I'm hoping that means I can claim all the stuff I need to claim. It looks like the answer is yes, unless I want to do all the story stuff so I can get a crown, which would not be bad to get, but that's a lot of time I'd have to spend. Because as far as I'm aware, that's the only thing that I'm really missing is this. Although let me make sure. Yeah, I think I have to do that in order to unlock that. And that's where the rest of the points come from. But the first thing that I'm gonna do is swap Bennett over to his new skin. And I guess we might as well go ahead and max refine this. Oh, now they're tempting me. I forgot that you get extra XP when it's during the event. I really don't need to level this right now. I'll do whatever I can for now because it saves us in the long run. Although I'm out of... Oh, these are the weasel drops. We have not fought that enemy on this account. Because look, I know I'm not using Beto on my team right now for the electro charge, but if I were to slot her in, it'd be really good to use this weapon because then the rain slasher can go back onto Gaming if he's on a vaporizer melt team. All 3 of the above ground weasels have been defeated, and so I'll just send this as much as I can, and that seems to be the extent of what I can do. So it's a little head start if we want to use that weapon at some point. Oh, this could be good, but I know it probably won't. And actually, I won't be able to tell right now because I don't have any fodder for it. I know that I need to level up Xingqiu's talents, but after I do that a bit, I might actually start farming artifacts more. Not so much to get upgrades, just so that I could power up the artifacts that these characters have. Oh, I'm just doing my bounty stuff for reputation. I forgot that Auroron's like the only character that has a unique elemental sight. Also, this guy is completely immune to electro damage, so that kind of sucks. It's actually going really bad. All right, it is normal attack official time. This is all that I have. Just joking, I don't don't even have that. I have normal attacking Auroron. Now, because you're immune to Electro, can I still shoot you down? Yes, thank goodness. Somehow, I was still able to do it. Quest clear. It would have been so poetic if we got that when I was able to get the glider from Mondstadt, but I'm pretty sure we have to wait till next week. Yeah. Well, that, or I could do some random quests around Mondstadt, but I think I'll just wait for next week. I am so confident that this is not gonna work, but I'm gonna give this Spiral Abyss another attempt. Yes, we do have a Xingqiu, but he's not really leveled so much. However, it's already a lot more satisfying. Though something I do have to keep in mind is all damage I take on this team will be permanent, as Lan Yan shield is our only sustain. But I mean, you could argue the best form of sustain is just defeating the enemies before they can do damage. And in theory, that sounds great, but we can't exactly do that yet. However, that went much faster than last time, though the second side is the same team. But Bennett has a skin. He looks cooler. Therefore, this team must be stronger. I'm pretty sure that's how this works. This is where we lost Gaming last time, right? Which I can very easily see happening because these things do a lot of damage. But because there's no timer, I really shouldn't lose anyone here. And now we preserve the bursts. Super simple chamber 1, bringing us to chamber 2. And apparently we 3-starred this last time. Like not in this video, but the last time that I tried this Spiral Abyss. We'll see if I can do that again. Oh, wait, no. We do have a little bit of healing on this team. I forgot that Xingqiu can heal. And because we have a shielder, it actually is viable healing. Did we really 3-star this last time? I find that very hard to believe. Oh, no, because we have 300 seconds, not the 7-minute thing. Okay, maybe it is possible. Okay, hopefully the next enemy spawns right where I'm standing. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose all these buffs. Close enough. Gotta be very careful because Gaming will die. Oh. And he died. Kai is also dead. Oh, just let me finish you, please. Please. I hate this game. I do have to say, Gaming's C1 would be game-changing. He struggles without it. How do the enemies always know to separate? They're like, oh crap, he's bringing Electrocharge. Get away from each other. Here we go again. We need to somehow keep Gaming from dying, which he's already very close to. Oh. Okay, so Kaya died instead, and Gaming decided he no longer wants to crit with his skill. Oh, you know, actually, since I'm not using Beto here, I should put the Rain Slasher back on the Gaming, because right now I don't think he has much Elemental Mastery. Okay, so I was able to beat it with another 3 stars. Since Kaya is dead, this is not looking good, but just how bad is Chamber 3? Oh, okay, let's restart. That was a waste of a skill. Thank you, Magu Kenki, for wasting about 10 seconds of my time here. Not that I need it anyways. Clearly, I am so good that I don't even need those 10 seconds. Honestly, you should have taken more. I know you're gonna teleport away. That's all you do? Oh, you suck. Well, honestly, based on time, that wasn't... Oh, that was almost bad, but that wasn't terrible. However, this is not gonna go well. Okay, yep, this thing is just way too tanky. If it was just the Mirror Maiden, we would have done it. Sir, can you stop running away from me? Oh, this was the easiest one so far. She feels so weak compared to the other two. So we were not able to get 3 stars, but we did get 2. I don't think that that's that bad. Because, I mean, look at this. Okay, Lan Yan, her artifacts are mostly not leveled. I'm still working on her talons. Xingqiu, he has like nothing. Official stuff is almost leveled, but her stats suck. Auroron stuff is also not leveled. His stats also suck. And then it only gets worse if I go to the other team. Rosaria stuff, not leveled. And on a 2-piece hunter set, that's an interesting choice. Kaya, mostly unleveled. I don't think I need to keep doing this. You get the point. There's still a ton of room for improvement. So I think floor 11 with 3 stars or 9 stars shouldn't be that bad. With that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy. And as always, I shall see you all next time.